So if you've been around the channel for a while, you would have known I've pimped the Game Boy, I've pimped the Nintendo Switch, I've pimped the PS4 Pro not so long ago actually, and it's time for the Xbox One X. And as you can see here, I've got some serious products that I want to show you what it looks like when it's combined with an Xbox One X. And I've gone for the neon theme in this one. Thought I'd go a little bit different, actually theme it. So this one's going to be really cool and it's going to have a really nice lighting system. I'm getting so excited, I just want to get into this. But before we get in, I want to say a big thanks to LastPass for sponsoring this video. So here's a little 30-second clip about them, and just a big thanks to them because I would not have been able to afford this without their help. And they've made this video happen. So check it out and then we'll jump straight in to the pimpage. If you don't know what LastPass is a password management system that keeps all of your passwords encrypted and safe both in the cloud and on your device. To use it, simply download the app or browser extension, fill in your details, and you'll never have to manually insert your passwords again. Oh, and it gets even better. LastPass will even save your shipping details and credit card details, to which will automatically fill in the blanks when you're shopping online. There's also a vault where all of your info is saved, which makes it super easy for you to edit and change your info on the fly, and it's all encrypted within LastPass's strong algorithm software. To check it out, click the links below, and again, a big thanks to LastPass for sponsoring this video. So let's jump straight into the pimping now. I have the Xbox One X here. The power is plugged in because we do need to use a couple of the USBs on the Xbox One X itself. And before I go into the products, they're all linked below. So if you want to pick them up, you can. So first, let's jump into Wow LED. Now, I can't remember how much these are. This is one of the cheaper ones, and it's actually quite cool, literally, because it is a cooling system for your Xbox One X that actually lights up. So this is the Wow LED RC1. It's a fan slash base that your Xbox One X sits on. Now, to see all of the lighting system, we're going to need to wait to the end because the studio here is just too bright for you to see. So I'm going to build it and then I'm going to turn off the lights and you should see what the beast looks like in the dark. So I take this off. It's not the most well-designed thing, but it does the job. So what happens here, right, is that this, if I just pull this to the side, pull the Xbox One X here, chuck this in the middle, this is your slab on which the One X will sit on. Now, it's probably like an inch and a half off the ground. It's got your large fan here, and then you've got your USB here, which plugs into the back or the front of your Xbox One X, and then you get a little control system here, which allows you to change the LEDs, put it to sleep, change the settings if you want to make it flash and stuff. So what I'm actually going to do is place the Xbox One X on here like so. That might be a little bit hard for you to see. But what I'm going to do as well is actually plug this into the back of the Xbox. Can you see that? You can kind of see the red hint by my hand there. But as mentioned, to turn it off, you have to take it out. The actual off button on the little panel here actually turns off the LEDs. So to turn off the fan itself, just unplug it and you're ready to go. But as mentioned as well, we will see that all lit up at the end. Now another one as well, which I just had to pick up, is this. This is the Afterglow Controller for the Xbox One X. Now this one lights up pretty cool in the dark as well. I'm going to be using a lot of USBs on this Xbox, so that fan is actually going to come in handy because it's going to be pumping out some power. So here is the Xbox controller itself. It's like transparent. I don't know if you can see that. It's pretty transparent, and it's got LEDs built in as well. It's got some extra buttons for you to change the LED system. But the problem with this one, I guess, but it is cheap. I think that controller was like 20, 30 pounds. So it is quite a cheap Xbox controller, but it is USB powered, so it isn't wireless, which is a shame. But what I'll do is I'll plug this in quickly as well to the back. Usually you'd plug it into the front. It looks nice. I do like the transparent look. It's something different. You definitely won't be able to see the lights in this studio, but we'll get to that at the end. I don't know if you can see that. That will usually light up a lot more in the dark there. And if I zoom in a little bit, whoop, like that, focus up, hello. This is what your transparent controller will look like. Now, if I hold that, why has it gone off? Maybe I should, there you go. I think it's because the Xbox is actually off. So I've turned the Xbox on. There's your LEDs, and now they're gone again. Okay, yeah, cool. They're back. All right, there they are. This is what it will look like. And you just hold this here, you've got a little button, and you can change the RGB color scheme on how you want to, really, which is quite nice. And I think there's another way. Yeah, so if you press these bumpers, it will vibrate, but it will also go through different settings, so it will flash. I think if I hold, is it both of them? That one's cool. I didn't know you can do that. So when you're playing, it will actually change depending on your left analog stick direction. So that's really cool. That's going to be a crazy light scheme in there, but we'll get to that at the end. So that is the controller, and that was called, it's from PDP actually. So PDP make a lot of stuff. They make like the little Pixel Pals as well that we've seen. And also one which you may have seen in Pimp My PS4 Pro is this here. So this is a screen that goes on top of your Xbox One X. Now, unfortunately, I don't think the PS4 Pro one, oh wait, did I just buy two? Okay, so the Xbox One X one, which goes on here, doesn't work with the PS4 Pro. So you can't take your PS4 Pro screen and put it on your Xbox One X. But that's what I'm here for. I'm gonna put this to the side. We're gonna open this up. And I've actually opened this up yesterday, and their packaging has got so much better. Look at that. G-Story are upping their game. So I'm gonna just turn off the Xbox there. And this is what the screen looks like. Very, very thin. Like, obviously you don't need much for this. It's not going to be 4K, unfortunately. I can imagine G-Story are probably looking at that as well to get in a super small 4K screen, even though that's going to be kind of tricky, but that would be amazing if they could do that. You get your user manual, which we won't need. What else is in there? Oh, I did not see this. Okay. So you get your small HDMI cable, which is actually really handy because you don't want a load of wires coming in from behind your Xbox using an original HDMI, which is like a meter long. So now, like, this Xbox is going to be getting some real height. So if we take this off here, this is just a protective sleeve because that's the actual screen right there. And what will happen is you just unfold this like so. I advise picking it up or pulling it up from the middle because this screen is very, very thin and it will actually bend quite a bit, so you don't want that to happen. But what will usually happen is you just place this here. You've got some hinges. If I shut that, you might be able to see on the second camera, you've got some hinges here which actually clip down, but as you can see, it's a little bit top heavy, so you're going to need to be careful. And before I do that, I'll show you on the back as well. You get two HDMIs, your power out, and your auxiliary cables, which we will be using. Hint, hint. Like that, pretty simple. And then this side locks in as well. Boom, pa-pow. And you've got two speakers up here as well. So it will have, they're not the best speakers, I'm not gonna lie, but that is what it looks like. I'll pick this up at the moment. So you can see that is what the Xbox One X is looking like at the moment. Obviously, you can't see the fan below, but I'm gonna keep pimping now. I'm gonna let you wait to the end until it all looks. It doesn't look like anything now. I'll let you have that, but give it some time. Next product. So we've got two products left, and this was just I bought the cheapest LED headset I could find for the Xbox One X. 30 bucks maybe like the packaging is nothing special here, and the cable is just too long That's nice that they put that in there. What else have they got? A USB extender if you want to use this for PC, I guess. But we won't be using that. And look at this packaging. Delicious. Not so much. Bubble wrap ain't gonna save. So that's what they look. Okay. Like I've had these on before, but I haven't really looked at them. But this, it's cheap. You know, it's very cheap. It could probably take a bit of a beating there. The pads are like crisp packets, but hey, we'll ignore that. But they do light up. And again, we're going to be using another USB socket. Oh boy. So actually, we're using 3 USB sockets now, which is the max. So we've got the controller in one, the headset in another, and the fan in another. And we'll chuck that in. And you can see it kind of lit up there. I don't know if you can see on the second cam. So if I take that out and boom. But again, in the dark. We're all waiting to the end to see what it looks like. And that is your headset right there. Yeah, it feels all right. The mic is a little bit like out the way. I feel like I can't really see it, but hey, seems all right. That'll do. And I like that it folds away as well. That's pretty, not bad actually for the price. So putting that aside, and last but not least, this is the kicker, and this was the most expensive product for this episode, and I'm going to need a bit of space. Logitech didn't even hook us up with this. This is something that I think will look really cool when teamed up with this episode. Oh man. Damn, so this is the LG G560 speaker system, and there's something special about this speaker system. I don't know if I can spin it around. Now, usually they're for PC gaming, but as you can see here, on the back of the speakers, they have an LED system which reacts to the screen colors on your monitor. So as you can see here, explosion happens over here, and there's water over here that will light up different LEDs. That actual function won't work with the Xbox One X. I don't think. I've tried it. Apparently it can react to sound though through an auxiliary cable, which we'll be using. So this is gonna be, almost hit the camera there. Oh, look at that. Look how close that was. Whoa! This is going to be a big unboxing. Now, I'm excited. I can't wait for you to see what this looks like when it's all like put together. So, you've got your micro USB cable. You've got your charging adapter here that goes into the wall. And we've got this little bit sucker. Actually, let's just get out the big one, and then I can get out the little package. Apologies if I'm off camera here, but we're gonna pull this. Oh God. Okay, so obviously this is the subwoofer and your main like power system to power the little LED speakers and that. And this packs a punch, dude. And combined with this little screen, it's something else. Look at this. Pow. Oh, baby, I've just got fingerprints everywhere. This is big, and I don't know if you can see, like on the back here, you've got all of your ports, your micro USB, your auxiliary. We're gonna plug this into this baby. So, I'm gonna put this on the floor here. You're going in there. Ow, my toe. Oh. And here are the little speaker systems. They're not actually that little, they're actually quite big. This is what you get. So here are the speakers themselves. Like, this is not a light system neither. This has a lot of weight to it. And anything else in there, manuals and that, we don't need that. I say that every time and then I go back to them off camera like, oh my God, what am I meant to do? So there is one of the speakers, don't know if you can see that. So it's quite large, like that's my hand. You've got this bit here, which actually has like the LED strips inside. Then you've got this really big LED bulb on the back there. So that's one of them. And here's the second one. Identical almost, just right-sided. And then you've got some buttons, Bluetooth sync, and your on and off switch, and an auxiliary cable for your headset as well. So if I wanted to, I could actually use the headset and sync it into here, and then I've got audio from the headset if I didn't have a spare USB slot. So I'm thinking about these things. So right, now I need to plug all this in, and then we'll start combining these accessories into one beastly pimped Xbox One X. So let's do it. Let's speed this up and let's get into this. Left. Oh man, this is exciting. This is exciting. Right, okay, I think this is all plugged in. So let's turn off the lights and see the beast. So what you're seeing now is the setup without the darkness, but as you can see, like, you've got the Logitech speakers, you've got the G-Story screen, you've got the cool headset and controller, and then you've got a LED fan underneath it. So what I'll do now is I'll actually turn off the lights, and you shall see the pimped Xbox One X in all of is play some Forza Horizon 4 for you, so you can see what the controls looks like and what the speakers sound like. So what I'm gonna do is actually turn up the speakers, and then we'll log in. So there you have it. The controller there is super cool. I'm really digging that. If I turn on the lights now, pow, pow. So let's talk about the screen. The screen, quickly, is really, really nice. It's not 4K, but it's crispy enough to use close up when you're playing games like this. The Logitech speakers are absolutely incredible, and I think they're only about £150, and one of the better speaker systems that I've used in that price range. Plus, it comes with some really nice bass and a pretty large subwoofer as well. The controller here is just really cool. Came in at like 30 quid, I think, and it's just really nice to play with at night. And to be honest, I haven't really tested these out. They look cool. They're pretty plasticky, but I think they were really cheap as well. But don't take my word for it. They might break in a week. So there you have it, guys. A quick look at the Xbox One X. Absolutely pimped. I could go into another episode where I actually pimp like the skin and get it custom shelled and stuff. So if you want to see that, definitely leave comments below. And again, as per usual, guys, I really do appreciate you checking this out. And a big thanks to LastPass for sponsoring this video. See you in the next one.